Good morning, guys. We are going to repot this orchid into this pot today. As you can see, I've dropped this pot, but I think it's going to add a little bit more character to it, so I'm not going to be too bothered. See, this orchid has been growing in this pot for quite a few years, and it has outgrown it. So I'm going to start removing this from the pot. I actually removed it earlier, so it's not going to look as compact as it once was. Remove the orchid, trim all of these dead roots over here. I'll give you a close-up now. I'll show you what they look like close-up. Soak it in some water. There's a bit of water over here. I'm going to just turn the camera down. Oh. Some water over there. And then let it soak for 15 minutes. Let's just go down a bit here. Okay, cool. Let it soak for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to be using this bark. This is bark that has been crushed up, so it's got a nice medium for the roots to take hold in. Also a lot of drainage, which is very important. Cool, let's get going. Alright, so let's pop the water over here. Here's the orchid. Let's remove it. Yeah, you can see, look at those roots. That's crazy. So there's a lot of root growth. It's obviously outgrowing the pot, so we want to now look for roots that we are going to remove and just clean the scale up a little bit. See, here's the roots over here. So roots like this, hopefully you can see, that needs to be cut off. Use a sterilized scissors, so I just burnt this a little bit on the stove and then just cooled it down in some water. Try to get close to the camera. So guys, we do want to make sure that we keep as much root as possible, especially the healthy roots, because they are gathering light and nutrients and making your orchid a successful flower in terms of a successful plant in terms of flowering. So here's a nice little root growing out here, brand new, and here's a little spike coming out here, a new flower. So don't go too crazy with the root cutting. It's not necessary. Alright, now we can let it soak. Hopefully that's in focus. Alright guys, so I wanted to talk about the pot that I'm going to use. I'm going for a concrete pot that I made, which had a little accident. The reason I'm going for a concrete pot is there's a lot of surface area for the roots to get light, and light for your orchid roots, one of the most important things. So the other reason I want to use a concrete pot is because look how cool these aerial roots look when it grows on the concrete pot. This is stone, well, mixture of stone and concrete, but look how they grow down. So it's going to be epic when this guy goes into this pot and the roots start cascading down around the pots. It's like a more natural, organic look to the orchid instead of those traditional plastic pots. So this is soaking well, looking good. Another tip, guys, is sometimes it's good to use your old growing medium. The old medium that was in the pot. Because the plant's actually familiar with what it was growing in, so they do encourage you to use a similar medium to what it was when you're planting it. So I'm going to use some of this and the bark. So what we're going to do first is we're going to pop some of this bark in here, a nice base for it, like so. We are then going to take our beautiful orchid like this and just pop it in here like that. Give it a little twist so that the roots are not compromised in any way, like so. Alright, now what we can do, sprinkle some of the old medium into the sides, down in between the roots, very important. Like so. Now we can add some of our bark. I have a little spider friend. Come on, focus. To help chow the aphids. Do your job. Give it a little spritz. Get some of that soil settled down. Thanks for watching, guys.